Hello, pre-K family. Welcome to Herd's Homeroom for the week of May 24th, 2021. My name is Heather Hurd, and I am a Transition Services Advisor for the Division of Early Childhood. Welcome to those of you all if it's your first time joining us, and welcome back to those of you all who join us every time we have Herd's Homeroom. I always like to start off by thanking you guys. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule to spend with me with Herd's Homeroom. And I also like to thank my executive director, Dyvelin Gordon, my education director, Catherine Bostic, and my transition services manager, Christina Jones. Thank you to these ladies for allowing Herd's Homeroom to be what it is. And then I also want to thank all of you all who came out on May 15th to our pre-K celebration, kindergarten registration event at Shelby Farms. You guys showed out. It was so nice to finally put a face with the names and just to meet you all and to meet the children. It was just an awesome time that we had. Now, unfortunately, that is our last event for this school year. But for those of you all who are transitioning into kindergarten, your babies are transitioning into kindergarten, never fear, you still have the support of early childhood. We are just a phone call or an email away. And then for those of you all who maybe have 3-year-olds in the program and they're moving into the 4-year-old classrooms, or for those of you all who may have other children that are coming into our program next year, we are going to have some amazing events and activities for 2021-2022 school year. So we want you to stay tuned. So with that being said, Herd's Homeroom is going to be kind of short this week because did you all realize that we only have a few more weeks of school left? That's it, just a few more weeks. So I think we're going to probably have about 2 more Herd's Homerooms. And I know it has to come to an end. All good things come to an end. But again, we are always going to be here to support you. If you have questions or if you need anything, you guys, we are here for you. So with that being said, let's go ahead. I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and we're going to go ahead and get started with our Herd's Homeroom for the week. All right. So welcome to Herd's Homeroom. And let's go to the next slide. So here are conversation starters. We talk every week about conversation starters. We want you to have those in-depth conversations with your children. We want you to move away from the questions where the kids can just give you one answer, yes or no, and ask questions in such a way that they're able to give you some in-depth back and forth exchanges. So here are our conversations for starters for this week. Now, you are welcome to use these, but you are welcome to create some on your own. So you can take a screenshot of this, or you can come up with your own ideas. This is just a guide or a tool for you to use. These are some of the skills that your children will be introduced to this week. So here are some of the things that your child will possibly learn this week in their classroom. All right, we are registering. We are registering for pre-K through 12th grade. On the screen, you will see the link for kindergarten through 12th grade, and then also you will see the link for pre-K. Everyone must register. In order to come to school, you must register. So if you have a K through 12th grade student, the top link is for you. Or if you have a pre-K student that is coming into our program, or if you know of anyone that wants their child to come into our pre-K program, give them this link. Now, let me tell you something. If you have a pre-K child going to kindergarten, all kindergarten students are considered new students, so they must follow the new student protocol. So on the screen, you'll see the SCS registration and what you need to do. So I would take a screenshot of this if you have not registered your child yet, and follow these steps so that you can successfully get your child registered for kindergarten. Give you a second to take a picture of that if you need to. All right, so the Today Show did 20 things your kids should know before they go to kindergarten. So we have talked about some of these things already in Hertz Homeroom, and so we're just going to kind of go over it just a little bit more so that you are familiar. Now, we did 1 through 10 a couple of weeks ago, and so today we're going to do 11 through 15. And the first one, number 11, is memorize their vitals. So your child should know their first and their last name. They should also know their address and telephone number. Now, that is vital because anything could happen. Your child could get lost. Something could happen and they needed to call 911 and they needed to know their address. So all of these things are important. Let me tell you one way that you can help your child learn their address. And this is what I did. So every time you leave your home, you say, I am leaving 1:30 flicker. When you arrive back home, you'll say, we're home at 1:30 flicker. That way they are learning every time they leave, they're hearing their address. Every time they come home, they're hearing their address. So that way that gives them repetition. So they are going to memorize and they're going to learn their address. Telephone number. Start off with just the first 3 numbers, 901. And then add a number or two once they've learned the beginning numbers. So another good way to practice it is by using an old phone, having them dial or punch the number in the phone, going over it over and over again. That is the only way they're going to begin to learn their phone number. You can make up a song and sing a song to the tune of and add your phone number. So there are many different ways that you can help your child learn their address and phone numbers, but it's very important for them to learn it. Practice sitting still. Whew. The general rule of thumb is your child should, so most of our children are 4 years old, right? So for every minute of their age, you are supposed to double it. So a 4-year-old should be able to sit still for 8 minutes. A 5-year-old should be able to sit still for 10 minutes. So practice sitting still is very crucial when you're getting into the classroom because they're going to have to be still. They're going to have to sit. They're going to have to listen. And we're going to talk about listening. But practice sitting still. You got to hone into those skills. And so as parents, we have to maybe set a timer and have your child to sit still for 4 minutes, for 5 minutes, and then build up. Because it's very, very important that your child learns to sit still for by the time they get to kindergarten. Get physical. You know, I have talked to you guys so much about in my Hertz Homeroom about gross motor skills. So our children are going to have to get physical. They're going to have to get up. Their little bodies are going to have to move as well as their brains, but we want them to jump, to skip, to hop. We want to develop the whole child. We want them to run and climb. So it's getting ready to be summer. The weather is getting way better than what it was. So get out, get physical, and you can join them. It does not hurt for us to join our children as they hop and skip and run and climb. So get physical, and you get physical with them too. Number 14, find some familiar faces. So a lot of times if our children go to school and they know someone at the school, that makes them feel a little bit more comfortable on the first day of school, right? So if you maybe know of someone in the neighborhood, or maybe you know they have an older sibling at the school, we want them to connect. Some schools, I know they even have like little play dates or little get-togethers so that the children can meet other people, possibly in their class or in their school. So on that first day of school, they're not overwhelmed. They're going to be overwhelmed because this is going to be new to them. But if they see a familiar face, then they're going to feel a little bit more calm than going into a room or a building with no one that they know. So find some familiar faces. And then number 15, work on listening skills. Woo, we talked about listening skills, and your child is going to have to be able to pay attention and follow the teacher's directions. Now, if you've been in any session in the previous sessions with me, one thing that I have said is listening takes up about 70% of your child's day. So your child is going to have to be able to listen. So you as a parent are going to have to do things so that your child is listening to you. So one suggestion that I've given in the past is giving them 2 or 3 step directions. So they have to listen to what you say. So you can say, go pick up the pencil, put it on the table, come sit down. Those are 3 steps that they have to do. So they're listening to know they have to pick up the pencil, they have to put it on the table, then they have to come and sit down. So work on listening skills, and think of like little fun things that you can say, but you want them to hone in on listening. So working on listening skills. And we will complete 16 through 20 on next week. All right. We have been focusing on books that talk about getting ready for kindergarten. So the book of the week is The Night Before Kindergarten by Natasha Wing. On the screen, you see the YouTube link, but this is a fun little book that I've actually read this book, and I think your child will enjoy it as well. Because remember, we are trying to get them prepared for going to kindergarten. So all the books that we're sharing is just little fun books that you can read to your child just to kind of get them prepped and get them ready for that big day. It's Herd's Trivia. So easy thing, easy trivia. I always give easy trivia questions. Tell me one thing that you have learned this year in Herd's Homeroom. Tell me one thing that you have learned this year in Herd's Homeroom. You can email your answer to prektransition@scsk12.org. Now, you have until Wednesday, May 26th to reach out to me. Give me your answer. And when you submit your answer to me, I want you to give me your t-shirt size. Yes, I have t-shirts to give away this time. I've been digging in the box and I have some t-shirts to give away. So with that being said, tell me one thing that you have learned this year in Herd's Homeroom. Email your answer to prektransition@scsk12.org. I will give it to the first 25 people. You have until May 26th. And when you email me your answer, please give me your t-shirt size. Our quote for the week: their minds were not built to sit and be taught. They were built to explore, play, and learn. Now, go out and be great. Nice little quote for the week, huh? I think so. That's it. That is Herd's Homeroom for the week. Parents, thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions or concerns, you can always reach us at prektransition@scsk12.org. We will answer your emails. If there's anything we can do for you, shoot us an email. As always, we thank you for being a part of our pre-K family. We appreciate you. We appreciate your child. We are just so lucky to have you be a part of our family. Thank you so very much. And remember, next Monday is Memorial Day. So there is no school. There is no school on next Monday, Memorial Day. So enjoy that time off. And we will see you next time. Have an awesome day. Thank you. Goodbye for now.